Yo, what's up, you guys? Today we're talking about putting your content on one platform versus another, because what you're looking for is more views. That's why you click this video. So I want to give you an idea why you should post to one place and not another to get all those views. Run the intro, I'll show you a couple of videos, and we'll talk about it. Okay, so I have my phone and I'm going to show you why you should be posting to TikTok instead of Instagram for this, because I have seen so much more views and so much more just interaction with my content when I post it to TikTok versus Instagram. For me, Instagram is dead, and it has been for a long time, and I can tell you the moment that I think Instagram realized that they are dying is the fact that they've copied TikTok with Reels. So let's show you a couple of ideas that I have just right off, like the couple that I can find that have gotten so much more like interaction with people and interacting with my content, whether it's photos or videos or whatever, just inside TikTok. And this is how you're going to be able to build up that enormous following that you're always looking for, or find those views, or find those partnerships, or whatever it is that you're looking for to get out of your practices and your hobbies or whatever. So let's look at TikTok for a second. Hold on, let me show it to you. Okay, so we got TikTok here. I'm going to show you the last one that kind of popped off for me was this one right here. So we have the actual video, and I'm just showing a tip. I'm showing a Lightroom tip, essentially, something that I would show just the end-all be-all photo on Instagram. I would only show the photo. Probably wouldn't have posted this, and it would have gone nowhere. But if we look at the actual analytics, let's go to this and analytics. Let's check this out for a second. So we got 32,000 views, which is amazing, 1,300 hearts, 1 share, which is pretty decent, I guess, for me at least. Reached audience of 30,000 and 128 different people just within the last day, and we have multiple countries. So that gives you your first point, that this is something that you should be looking at, because by doing this, you have a much broader reach with something where you're able to interact with your content way more. So instead of just taking your photo, so if you don't know already, if I haven't explained that to you yet, and if you haven't seen any of my other content, which you should go back and look at it. I'll leave like a card at the end which has like a playlist or whatever. If you haven't seen any of the other stuff, I'm a street photographer, and I typically do street photography, but I do some other things. And one of the things that I like doing is showing you how I edit something. So I'll take my photo and just basically do a Lightroom edit, and I like showing you my style of editing with stuff like that. So beyond that, I think another thing that you can be doing is doing that same thing. Take your photo and actually show off how you got that photo. This is something that's worked really well for me on TikTok and probably wouldn't do anything on Instagram. So that's just one thing. Let me show you another video. So the second one I want to show you is this one right here. It's 227,000 views. So that's as simple as it is. I'm literally telling you a simple fact that I don't even have a really good image. I have one that I kind of messed up, but I use it as a learning tool. So again, I get to take my photos that I would have never posted that to Instagram, but I did to TikTok because I was able to use it as a learning tool, saying, hey, if you're going to delete photos, don't do it in camera. Wait till you get them home. Look at them then. So let's look at the analytics. Let's just check it out. So we got 227,000 views, almost 10,000, about 9,900 likes, 63 comments, 7 shares, which is good. Total playtime. I love seeing this statistic because it makes me laugh. Because for 15-second videos, or for this 15-second video, it was played 771 hours. That's insane. I don't even know how many days that is. That's a lot, though. And we can tell that it's kind of died off now because I did this in January. We're in April now, so it hasn't done anything recently. So that you see the +0 for within the last day or whatever. But 216,000 people reached. 216,000 different people, different accounts all over TikTok reached by a single video of me telling you a simple topic or a trick that I would do if I was when I go shooting or whatever. So you can tell that it's much broader, and you get a better way to express your ideas with your audience through TikTok that you can't do with Instagram. Instagram is really great for creating high quality images, but it's not the end all be all because of that, because you're not able to show things like a lead up. You're not able to explain things like that. And you can say, oh, I can post it in a story, or I can post it on Reels or whatever. And you can do those things, but it's different, and the algorithm's different than it used to be. And the reach just isn't nearly as big as it was when like back in the day, and it's not nearly as big for smaller content creators. So if you're a smaller content creator, you should be using TikTok to be able to get to the places that you want to with your content, to be able to push it out more, to be seen. So that way you get to make more content, and hopefully you get paid for your content. That way you can make more content. But just for a third example, I want to show you one last piece that I think will kind of send this idea home. This one got me 2.4 million views, and this is the where we were leading up to. This is why we have TikTok and not Instagram as our go-to for our even photography. So I have ones where I've done this thing where I've shown you the lead up. This gives you an idea. You can see, you can show the building. I show you the photo, and then the lead up and all that other stuff, and then I show you the photo and I ask, would you buy a print of this? Blah, 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 right? And some people said yeah, which is really cool. But 2.4 million. This stupid TikTok.
Tell me you're a blank without telling me you're blank. So tell me you're a nerd without telling me you're a nerd. Initially, right off the rip, I saw this and I was like, that's a portrait right there. Use that for a self-portrait, not smash it like everybody does.
2.4 million people have viewed that. I have actually sat in different people's lives and had them like look over my channel or whatever, and when they actually got into the channel, like, oh, I've seen that video. 2.4 million views on something as dumb as that. And it still relates to my niche because I'm talking about taking a portrait. I'm talking about photography. So being able to get into a trend with your TikToks and your content is a way for it to broaden out much more than Instagram. There have never been trends that have hit TikTok that have really have done as good on Instagram. Like Instagram hasn't really come up with anything really great like that versus TikTok. Now, if you think back, if you remember to Vine, if you don't, Vine was essentially the same thing, but it died out. And TikTok has now kind of taken over that space. But let me show you that analytics, because when I'm saying this, it might not show you if I don't show you all the numbers, because some people just like numbers. So we got 2.4 million plays, 209,000 likes. It's still going today. This was filmed 3 days before the other one, and I've got 13.8, whatever that is, million hours playtime in the last day. I don't know what that means. Anyway, so we've got, what is that? 113,000 and no. What is that? 11,308 hours of total playtime. You've got a reached audience of 2.3 million and 100 within the last day. So it's still being seen. So this is a piece of content, just like we have on YouTube. You can post it, let it sit, and when it takes off, it'll still continuously find new viewers over time, which is amazing. Versus your Instagram posts, which are completely different. If you post something today in 5 minutes, it's basically gone. Or in a day, it's basically gone. Or in a week, it's basically gone. And you don't have anything else. You always have to be like coming up with a new thing or whatever. And you don't, even your backlog is just not the same. Like you have your feed, which is good, but tell me how many times you go to somebody's page and you look at their feed and you go to the bottom of it, or you're going in the middle of it. If they've got like hundreds or thousands of photos, you're looking at the top 9 and that's it, right? So you have to think beyond just Instagram's like posts, because they just don't last nearly as long. I think by doing this, by creating long form or short form content in a different manner, by showing the lead up, by showing a spontaneous moment, by getting into these trends, doing whatever TikTok thing you want to do with your photos is much better than just posting to Instagram. And hell, why not? If you still want to post to Instagram, go ahead and do it. But essentially, make that your second thing. Post to TikTok with your with your content, your short form content with your video. Post your photos still in it, because some people don't post their photos and I don't know why. Like, they'll do the video and then not post the photo, or vice versa. But make a short form content video, post your photo, let it take off. And then if you want to, you take that same photo and crop it down 4 or 5 to be put on Instagram and put in your feed. So that way you can still send people over there if that's where you're at right now. But I say all of that to say this, that if you're looking to get 2.4 million plus views on your piece of content, Instagram is not where to look for it. It's definitely into TikTok, because I know there's tons of you smaller content creators like myself that are looking for those places to post content, because you're a great creator. Don't let anybody tell you differently. I know you are, just like I want to tell myself. But when you see 3 hearts on Instagram, you get discouraged, and it makes sense. And we shouldn't worry about numbers, but it still hurts, and we know that. So I'm telling you this, use this trick as a way to bump those numbers up, to get to you where you want to be, where you get to be a content creator, or you get to sell prints, or you get to be a professional photographer, whatever the case is for you. Make sure you're doing this. Post to TikTok, make your short form content, take your photos, put them there in some form or fashion. Show people different things with your photos. I know this will help you out. Okay, and now that it is dark outside, I'm going to peace out for now. I'm going to see you in the next one. Make sure you're leaving me comments. Let me know this works for you. If you felt this same thing, if you tried the same thing, leave a comment below. Let me know what you're thinking about, and make sure to hit that thumbs up button. This is a new channel, and I appreciate all of it. It helps me out so much. So with that, I'm going to hit you with a, and I will catch you in the next one.